Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to review the Sennheiser HD450SE wireless over-ear headphones. The HD450SE come with active noise cancelling and they are Amazon Alexa compatible, but let's see all the details now. Before diving into the design of the HD450SE, I have to tell you that I got the headphones from Sennheiser for this review, but no money exchanged hands and no one has any control over the content of this video but I, so what you can expect is just another honest review from me. Now, onto the headphones themselves, we get a fairly lightweight and compact package. The HD450SE weighs in at around 240 grams. The clamping force of the headband is a bit too far on the strong side, or at least it is on my large head. But I don't think people with a smaller head will have a problem with the comfort, and that's probably 99% of the population, so I believe you all should be just fine. The padding on the headband is quite thin and not too soft at all, but interestingly enough I found long-term comfort better than I expected it to be after the first half an hour of use. It's either that my ears and head got used to the extra pressure, or the fully plastic headband had loosened up just a touch to make wearing the headphones more comfortable. However, the one thing I could not really get used to is the excessive heat building up inside the otherwise well-padded ear cups. I'm a guy who generates lots of body heat and sweats a lot, and there has been quite a heat wave here in Ireland with temperatures well above what we are all used to, but still I feel like the general comfort could only benefit from some extra airflow. The ear cups are not so generous in terms of how much space they can offer inside either, but my smallish ears can just about fit in comfortably enough. The only advantage of the snug fit and the tight ear cup design is the above average passive noise isolation. The headphones, although made almost entirely from plastic, are exceptionally well built. The materials they used are of high quality and the plastic is pleasing to touch, and there is no squeaking noise coming from anywhere no matter how much you twist the headband or rotate the hinge. And talking about the hinge, it folds up nicely, but the ear cups don't fold completely flat. Still, you can easily tuck away the headphones in the soft carry bag that comes in the box. What you can also find in the box is a USB-C charging cable and an audio cable with the 2.5mm plug on the headphones end and the 3.5mm jack on the other end, so you can connect it to basically any source device. When you connect the 2.5mm jack to the HD450SE, you have to twist it to lock it in properly so you won't pull the cable out of the headphones by accident. You can still use the ANC feature on the headphones when the audio cable is plugged in, as long as the battery is charged. And that takes us to the battery life, which is about 30 hours with one charge and with ANC turned on. If you don't want to use the active noise cancelling, you can add a few extra hours of use to this. And in terms of the wireless connection, we have Bluetooth 5.0 on board with SBC, AAC, aptX and aptX low latency codecs for music listening, podcast, videos and games. Pairing is quick and easy, and the connection is rock solid. I didn't run into any lag issues when watching videos, and playing games should be no problem either. We also get multi-point support, which means that the headphones can be connected to two devices simultaneously. There is a dual beam-forming microphone array on the right ear cup, and if you happen to make or receive a phone call while wearing the Sennheiser HD450SE, this is what you can expect in terms of voice transmission quality in a quiet room. In noisy places, such as this simulated coffee shop environment, the noise filtering algorithm kicks in to keep the ambient chatter at bay while trying to maintain the clarity of your voice. And this was the mic quality test of the HD450SE. Onto the controls, we have multiple buttons on the bottom of the right ear cup. Towards the front there is the power button, which can also be used for Bluetooth pairing and as an ANC on-off switch too. Next there is a volume rocker, and right above that you can find the three-way multifunction button. One press on the center starts or pauses playback, and sliding it up and down plays either the next or the previous track on your playlist. All the buttons have a tactile feedback, reaction times are instant, and it's quick enough to get used to the layout. I only have a minor issue with the placement of the ANC and on-off switch, as it always takes me a second or two to locate it with my thumb, but other than that the physical buttons work perfectly fine. And there is one more button right under the hinge I haven't mentioned yet, and that's for activating the voice assistant, which in this case is Amazon Alexa by default. So if I press the button and say turn off all studio background lights, then it should do just that. With the HD450 SE you get full Alexa compatibility, but of course the headphones can easily be integrated into any smart home ecosystem, and they work with Siri or the Google Assistant as well. The one thing missing from the list of control features is the autoplay pause, and that's due to the lack of on-ear sensors. We also get a smartphone app, but its feature set is very limited. We can do software updates and there is a voice assistant switch, but thankfully Sennheiser did not forget to at least give us access to the same great EQ feature I love using with the Momentum True Wireless 2, for example. Within the EQ we get a few presets and of course we can create our own custom profiles too, but I'm happy with the default sound of the headphones, so I left the EQ untouched for the most part. However, I would have loved to play with some other settings or custom options in the app, but you get no such options, not even for the active noise cancellation. All you can do is turn the ANC on and off using the button on the ear cup. And the ANC is not the most powerful I have ever used. Sometimes when I was walking around in town I could hardly tell whether the ANC was on or not when I was listening to music at moderate or higher volume levels. The passive isolation is good enough in itself, and the ANC can only cut down rumbling noises just a little bit more. It's most effective at lower frequencies and it can filter out a good chunk of them, but throw anything else at these buds and the ANC will not be able to do much about that. The Sony WH-1000X Mark IV absolutely destroys it in any ANC comparison, and that's no surprise given the reputation of the XM4s and the huge price difference between the two, but when I put the HD450 SE up against the cheaper Soundcore Live Q35, I found the ANC performance more convincing on the Q35 as well, especially if you consider all the software options and settings the Soundcore app can offer, including transparency mode, which is completely missing from the HD450 SE. On the positive side, I haven't noticed any major shift in the sound between ANC on and off, other than losing a bit of an air and openness when the ANC is turned on. Also, there is no annoying hiss nor there is any cabin pressure with the ANC activated, and that's definitely a huge plus. And let's talk about the highlights of the headphones, which is the superb sound quality. Well, not everyone will like the neutral sound signature of the HD450 SE, but I love it nonetheless. The 32mm drivers have a frequency response from 18 Hz to 22 kHz, and they are indeed a joy to listen to. All frequencies are handled equally well from top to bottom. The bass resonates well, it's snappy and it goes deep with just enough impact. But it only kicks in when it really has to, and it doesn't muddy up the sound, leaving space for the mid-range to breathe and come through with plenty details too. Vocals are sweet, even if ever so slightly shy, and the highs have enough energy and spark, but not too much, so the sound of the headphones never becomes harsh or fatiguing. The sound stage is not too wide, but every little element of the music is right where it belongs, so we get good separation and good imaging. I understand that some genres might require a little bit more boost in the bass and a touch more extension in the treble, but I'm perfectly happy with the flat, neutral sound of the HD450 SE, and there is the EQ in the app in case you want to crank up certain frequencies to better match it to your musical taste. So to conclude this review, if you are looking for a pair of neutral sounding, lightweight but exceptionally well built headphones with a basic ANC feature, a very good battery life and good phone call quality, then the HD450 SE are going to serve you well. But if you have a look at Sennheiser's own range of wireless headphones, you will find that the only difference between these headphones and the HD450 BT is the added Alexa compatibility on the SE version. However, the 450 BT are cheaper, so that's something to consider as well. But regardless of which one you end up buying, you will get a pair of headphones which will be a joy to listen to in day-to-day use. And this was my review of the Sennheiser HD450 SE over-ear headphones. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and by subscribing to the channel, you would definitely earn my gratitude too. If you have any questions, feel free to comment away down below. Have a nice day everyone, and thank you for watching. See you next time.